Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Milix FX here. So today I'm going to actually be going through Euro Pound outlook because I can see a very nice price action actually formed by the way. So you see the market was actually trending on the daily time frame. We can actually see this nice consolidation to the downside. That is basically a trending market, breaking off structures from lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, all the way to the down, before creating this particular price pattern. So basically, what I want you to see is actually the present price action. All this is just to confirm the move that we are looking at. So although you can see when you go to the weekly time frame, you are going to see this heavy price movements. So you can see this is actually still bearish in my own view. And to let you know, on the high side, you can see we are actually in a very big range. This range started even when I was starting Forex, right? I started trading in 2020, basically ending of 2019 by effectively 2020. So um, price has actually been in this range and it goes up and down in most cases, spiking. I don't know if there will be a day to actually come down to take out this. I know probably the day to take out this, then we should be seeing higher movements in price. And as we all know, euro and pound actually has a very strong hold in the market. So there is going to always be a huge battle, just like euro pound, euro USD, and then pound USD as well. All right. So we can all see how price is moving. Um, we all can argue that price is trying to go to the upside, but there is no actually clear break of structure. All is still just in between the price of a lower time frame. Like the swing high is actually still bearish because this one is just a sweep of liquidity. When you look at this, we can see a clear break because the candle body has closed below, and that is my principle. And now we are on a weekly demand area, so we should be seeing some kind of push to the downside. Will it reach here? Actually, I said this on Euro USD and it happened, but this I'm not actually used to the behavior of Euro Pound, so but does look perfect with SMC in most cases. So you can backtest it to see if it works for you. But for me, what I'll basically say is we have this strong bearish candle and a very consolidative bullish candles. Same thing happening here. So hopefully we should be seeing the next strong move bearish candle, and that is what I am actually going to look for. So when you go to the daily time frame, as I was on it, you can see we actually have a little change of character. But the question you should be asking yourself is, where is the change of character coming from? Is it coming from a demand area? Yes, of course it is. But the thing is, price is so bearishly strong, right? So you should be looking for that particular area instead. So this change of character can be deceiving you, and you need to change your bias, or sometimes you just need to follow how the trend moves, right? So you can see how price has slowed down price before tapping into this particular demand area. I will take this whole thing as my demand, and then we should be looking for the next move to the upside. So on the 4 hour time frame, you can basically see that price has changed character in this particular point because it is actually now. So when we look at which particular structure is actually holding right now, so we always need to look at various factors like um, who is in control. Is it demand that is in control or it is supply? So as I mentioned, this whole demand needs to this whole supply is what I'm going to hold up to, this whole thing from here to here, right? Because this is a higher time frame. So higher time frame is basically for you to look for a POI. So when you see your POI, you are not actually going to be defeated. So always when price comes closer to this and you look for entries, you're not always going to be defeated as compared to you selecting a particular order block and you get defeated on the way by actually taking you out or probably missing the trade. So with this, you are actually quick to react and you know what you're looking for. So looking at price on here, you can see price started slowing down after this push. Actually, basically it started slowing down, and when you look at all this price on the higher time frame, you see it as a change of character, but over here it is not a change of character. It is basically just a one bearish sorry, a one big consolidation, right? So if you are actually going to use your trend lines, you basically, let's use this for instance. You are basically going to see this, and you see this as a break of structure. I'm not doing the trend line straight, but if I was still in Falcon, I probably be using this type of style, candle wicks right here. You can see how it has broken structure if you look at trend lines. And the other way of this, you can also see we have this having a three touch confirmation, probably with, if you are actually trading that way. And more to the point, we have a very nice order block right here, though it has been swept a little bit up, but it's still valid. You can actually see how it pushed price back to the downside. So now what we should be waiting for is price can either tap on this particular buy to sell area and push to the downside, or we should be looking for um, the next move of price back to this particular price area, because this is actually one of the paths that you can see it is actually demand to supply. It is too close to each other, so it's very difficult to configure and see it clearly. But either ways, we should be looking for sales on pound USD, pound euro pound. So that is my outlook on euro pound, and this is just actually to show you my thought process on what I'm looking for on euro pound. So euro pound is basically a little bit consolidative right now, but we should note I don't read support and resistance, but this actually shows it right here, because I see a breaker block here, but it seems not to be strong enough. But um as well, you can see we have this block actually holding. So you can consider this to take your buys from this area. So in most cases, I would suggest you wait for price to actually after the break of this, then you can look for that confirmation, or it depends, or maybe price this place can hold. I don't see it holding, but we should also be cautious of it. And also this one, this candle two here as well, which all looks so clean for a breaker block, and we should be careful of that. So yeah, so this is basically my outlook on pound, and I'll be happy to see you guys actually looking out to it and seeing your thought process through it. It is actually the easiest pair I've ever analyzed. Euro USD seems even too complicated than this, because Euro USD has a lot of liquidity than this pair, but this pair is actually so clean that excuse me, I don't know whether there is corruption in in the United States or what, because you can see Euro USD is basically always liquidative and deceives people. So, and you have to know dollar is very manipulative, and that is one of the things you need to take note of. Pound, the Great British Pound is actually very strong, because pound has very strong stand when it comes to money, and they kind of leverage a whole lot more than the dollar when it comes to that. So yeah, so you can see euro and pound has just been battling to and fro in the same region as I mentioned on the weekly time frame. They go up, they don't cross the 82 level, 082 level, 0.82 level, they don't cross it, and they don't also go above, I think, $1, 1 pound equal 1 euros. They don't go above that. It's just always the same. When you go back to it, it's just like that. Sometimes it doesn't even reach it. When you go to the weekly time frame, that is basically what actually is always shown, right? So you can see after it didn't even hit $1 equal 1 euro equal 1 pound. Pound is always pushing, trying to push price down, and euro says no. So we have always been on this move for a very long time. So guys, even with this, you can see it's really strange. You can see I would even say euro has not tapped in before. I don't actually have data here. It's 1994. I don't have data before that. So I think so yeah, so that is my thought process, and I would like to see you guys excelling. I've not gone down to the 15 minutes, right? Yeah, so just showing the 4 hour time frame, so you take the other entries on your own. And yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in, and see you in my next video.